for your weekly dose of pop culture.
With Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
There's the picture. There you go. That's us. That's us. There we are. That's us. There we go.
Hello and welcome to Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Yes.
It's very echoey in here, but that's because we're in an empty room.
Yes. A big empty room. We're in Kathy's new house. Let's hear for Kathy. Yay! She bought this new house. We're not going to give you a tour because there's nothing really to see but empty rooms. Right now,
there was applause and nobody was.
Nobody, yeah.
I didn't turn it up.
You didn't turn it on? Okay.
Well, you know what? Because we're doing this without sound.
We can't hear ourselves.
No. So
we don't know if you can. Look at the comments and see if they can hear us.
There's no comments.
There's no comments. No, but there's two people listening. So.
I know. So welcome and thanks so much. Scooby
Life's in the house.
Hey,
go, see?
We're West Coast.
West Coast. Hey.
But it is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, your weekly dose of pop culture every Saturday night. And we're coming to you, yes, from a new home, first-time home buyer. Oh, man, just a bumpy road, but got here and actually wasn't terribly painful, the whole process. And
it was kind of quick, actually.
I had a turnaround of less than a month. It was kind of like, okay, you need some place to live, got to move. Here's a place. I looked at maybe 2 or 3 places and made my decision pretty quick. And here I am. Welcome to my home. Welcome. I was showing you around, but there's not much except for the plants. And they're not even mine. They're my mother's. Yeah. And because I have a purple thumb, because it's a green thumb if you're good.
Green thumb if you're good.
And a purple thumb if you're me.
Or a black thumb, really, if you're like kill them totally.
Thank you so much for the congratulations, Scooby Life. Thank you.
And I flew in to North Carolina to help Kathy move and pack up, and I helped my parents pack up because they're going to be moving also soon. So so here I am. I'll be out here. It was a nice flight.
It was a good flight.
It was a good flight.
You know what's weird? Because if I wanted you to take over and do all the talking, I can't change the screen because we're all one screen. But I'm going to let you turn over because with all the lights on, it got really hot in here.
It's hot to you?
I'm sweating.
You're sweating.
I know.
I'm calm, cool, and collected because, that's just the kind of brother I am. But tonight, since we are in the process of moving, we're going to do moving movies where people have to move and they have to change their location and relocate. So if you have any ideas of any movies that people have to move, please chime in. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you got. I have a few here that I want to talk about. Moving. I told George to listen in on the show.
Okay.
But he's busy with the kids and everything.
Yes.
But the first movie we have is one of his favorites. Toy Story 3.
Because when George was younger, I don't know whether it was a Toy Story 3. It might have been the first Toy Story.
The first one.
That I think he must have made everybody in his life
watch that movie. I know.
Take him to see that movie. Because I know I had to take him to see it. And basically his rationale at the time was like, well, I haven't seen it with you yet. Like, dude, how much Toy Story?
That sounds like something he would say. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was when he was a kid, that does sound like something he would say. But Toy Story, I think Toy Story 3, Andy, the main kid, is now in college as he's moving to college.
Right.
So now the toys have to move with him to somewhere else.
Okay.
So he gives the toys to a little kid that, and that movie was made in 2010, starring Tim Allen and Tom Hanks. And, George kind of It says that Toy Story, the whole trilogy of Toy Stories, the first trilogy kind of reminds him of his life because when the one came out, when Toy Story 3 came out, that's when he was in college.
Oh, okay.
You know, and Toy Story, like it kind of.
So he kind of grew up with
He
Andy.
kind of grew up with Andy and Toy Story. He could have been Andy.
So there's a whole generation of kids, I'm sure, who I guess resonate with Toy Story for that reason.
Yes, yes. And on our board here, on our live board, we broadcast every Saturday night at 8:30, and the recording is done on Tuesday night on Who Got Next Radio. And on our live here, Scooby Life is saying Money Pit, which is our next one, Money Pit. 1986 vehicle with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long. And Tom Hanks and Shelley Long were living. I think the plot was, I don't think I've seen this one.
Oh, I've seen Money Pit. And basically they buy a fixer-upper. And there's no Joanna Gaines or Chip Gaines to be found, and they're trying to fix it up themselves.
And it just is fall by the wayside.
Yeah, and again, typically they say, like, especially when you buy a house, you know, they call it a money pit because it seems like you are putting money into it. Because when I got here, I was like, well, where the refrigerator? Oh, I gotta buy a refrigerator. Where the washer? I gotta buy a washer, a dryer. Well, actually, I don't have to buy a lot of stuff because I'm kind of getting some of my parents' old furniture, so I'm going to be pretty set. So I'm going to be in a good place. But evidently, window coverings are a thing, and I'm thinking, oh, I want a smart home. So I guess the whole idea of Money Pit is that you're going to put some money into this place because. When I found out the price of those motorized blinds, let's just say I'm getting my butt up off the couch and pulling the cord. Because I wanted them. I really did. I wanted this whole smart home, but my home was going to be dumb. At those prices, I want to have the dumbest home.
You big dummy.
You big dummy. Oh, I'm gonna have a dumb home. But no, Scooby Life said Money Pit. And she says that basically they find one major money issue after another. And again, a lot of times if you buy a home, especially that you have to fix up, I'm kind of lucky. I'm moving into a new model home. It's one of those, you know, cookie cutter houses. And oh my gosh, I know, you can hear the construction. That is going to be a streamer's best friend. The internet guy came today. So we almost couldn't do this show from here, but we lucked out because the internet was installed today. So, but yeah, you wind up putting dollar after dollar into, especially if you're buying an old home, but hopefully with a new build, I shouldn't run into any problems. And if I do, I got a year. I'm still under warranty. Once again, this is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We're talking the pop culture of movies about moving. Moving on.
And speaking of movies about moving, the next one is called Moving. It's a Richard Pryor vehicle from 1988. It's not one of Richard Pryor's funniest movies. Mm-hmm. It wasn't one of his funniest movies.
That's not the one with Cecily Tyson. I think.
No, you're talking about
Bustin' Loose,
which is actually another moving movie too, because they moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, and she was moving all those kids from the inner city to a farm.
There you go.
So there's two Richard Pryor movies that had to do with moving. And if you want to count Stir Crazy, he moved from civilian life to prison. To being in prison.
That's right.
That's right. We bad. So, me on the list, I had to put an animated one on there.
Of course.
And I put 5-0 Goes West. Now, if you ever seen the 5-0 movies, 5-0 movies was a series of movies about this little mouse and this mouse family and the trials and tribulations of them being in America. But 5-0 Goes West, I think is a movie because they all move out west. The mice get, chased away by cats, of course, and then they have to go west and this was them moving west, and then the mice ended up selling in the west, in a western town.
Okay, I guess this is your curse because you have all these kids, so you have seen all these cartoons.
Yes,
and
I have.
to the point where you know the plot inside and out, which is scary. Scooby Life is talking about a movie. What was the movie where they buy an old house in San Francisco that has a scary ghost? And that sounds so familiar.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Is that
Is that
wasn't in
Beetlejuice?
San Francisco?
Was it? Okay. Because I just got a text.
Uh-huh.
I have friends who are weird. They text me things and not on the stream. And
well, for those of you,
they said Beetlejuice, and I never seen Beetlejuice. To be honest with you,
you've never seen Beetlejuice?
I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I've never seen
I shouldn't say it 3 times. Okay, Kenny, that is a serious demerit. No, and you can comment. But come on, if you're supposed to be a pop culture kid, you gotta know Beetlejuice.
I've never seen Beetlejuice ever.
Oh my God!
I've never seen. I seen
Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, who just died. They've been playing his song that was featured. Shake, Melinda.
Yeah, I seen that one scene, a little bit of that one scene with them dancing around the table. I've never seen this movie though.
Okay, but actually. And for some reason, I'm thinking, is it Scooby Life is talking about another movie, and I'm thinking Michael J. Fox for some reason, but I don't know where Ed is. And Ed Brown is our man on the street, number one pop culture kid, and he knows all these things. But Beetlejuice, they moved into this old house, and where again, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, which I think a lot of people think that's his best role, and then some people think it's Batman. Me personally, my favorite is Night Shift, but Beetlejuice is definitely.
Oh, there's Matt right there. My buddy Matt.
Oh, Matt. Hey, Matt.
What does Matt say?
Sophie says Beetlejuice, and I say, how can you not have seen that movie, Kenny?
I want to hear it when I go back to
Amen.
Jersey. I'm going to hear it when I go back to Jersey.
You are definitely going to hear it
when I go back to Jersey. I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Oh, Pacific Heights. Wait, why am I thinking I thought Pacific Heights was the movie where the interracial couple moves in and they move into a new house, and what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson just kind of terrorizes them.
Yeah, never seen that.
Oh, that was good.
I'm not with thrillers and scary.
Well, Beetlejuice wasn't scary. It was a comedy.
I know Beetlejuice is a comedy. It just looks stupid to me.
It's a classic. It's Beetlejuice.
I know.
It's Michael Keaton in his prime. I'm talking way before
Birdman. Hey, Matt, when I come back to Jersey, let's have a Beetlejuice watch party. I'll sit and watch it. We'll have a couple drinks. I'll watch Beetlejuice.
All right. Scooby Life is saying Pacific Heights is a 1990 American psychological thriller directed by John Schlesinger and written by Daniel Payne. The film starred Melanie Griffith, Matthew Modine, and Michael Keaton. Again, okay, so I'm getting all my movies confused. I know there was a movie where a couple didn't move in, and an interracial couple moved in, and Samuel L. Jackson terrorized them. And again, if Samuel L. Jackson is terrorizing you, yeah, I'd be scared.
You leave. You know what? It's that was speaking about.
Oh, okay. The movie that
I do have that on the list.
Okay, that's on the list. All right, we'll get to that for the
we'll get to that, Matt.
audio
that's
listeners.
On the list, yes.
All right, so movies about moving. We're moving on.
And I met Netta was saying Beetlejuice. I forgot to put on my list Casper, because the original Casper live action, they moved into that big house, and the gruesome three or the ghostly three or whatever, and Casper all lived there, and they moved into this big haunted house, and so Yeah.
I got you.
So next we have Downsizing, and I put this one on here.
Did you see this one?
I did not see Downsizing. I've been meaning to,
Oh gosh.
but I didn't see it.
Bless
But
his heart.
it's
That's a phrase we have down here in the South for people kind of like my brother, and it's bless your heart. Just bless your heart. That's all I'm saying.
okay. But Downsizing stars Matt Damon. It's a 2017 vehicle where Matt Damon feels that he's going to be much more. It's going to be much more profitable for him to grow down to 6 inches and live in this community. And I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So again, the movie Downsizing is taking that whole idea of downsizing to the extreme, where you become a little person, live in a little town.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
I don't know. I think I could do it.
Mm-mm.
But again, it's like the ultimate HOA, which is something I'm not familiar with, but yet this new development, and evidently that's a big thing now throughout the country with all these new build homes and cookie cutter type of communities that you have to be a part of an HOA. And I'm not looking forward to that at all. But if you've already shrunk down to 6 inches and you have a problem with the HOA, you're going to be up a creek.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a
You got problems in situations, but you've already shrunk. And I think from this movie, once you shrink, you
yes,
go back.
Scooby Life, definitely. Bless his heart.
Wow. Scooby Life, are you throwing me under the bus, man? Really?
Under the
Is
bus.
that what we're doing?
Yes, that's what we're doing today.
So,
Lakeview Terrace. That was the movie I was thinking about. That's the movie where Samuel L. Jackson is terrorizing the couple, but Pacific Heights is the Michael Keaton movie where they move in. And okay, I'm getting them all straightened. All right, let's go.
So next we have, for some reason I put this on here because one of the characters is moving in this movie. She moves to Washington. American president, Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. In the beginning of the movie, she's moving because when he asks her out on a date, he goes, "How did you find me? My house isn't ready yet." Because in the beginning of the movie, she was moving to okay.
That's a stretch. Don't keep banging the counter because it reflects on the mics.
Okay.
That is a stretch. That is a stretch. I'm just saying.
I stretched it though. I stretched it.
That was a stretch.
I stretched it.
Oh, Scooby Life. I am with Scooby Life on this one. It says, I want a teeny-ish house with a big yard for the dogs. That sounds pretty cool. And this probably is a teeny house. It's a 2-bedroom with a flex room that I'm turning into a studio eventually, so that I'm not. I think we chose the kitchen just because we had plants back here and it kind of looked like somebody actually lives here. But this is pretty teeny from what I've been living in or staying in, and it's a little bit of a downsize. But I have been fascinated by not just teeny houses, but also like van life living. For some reason, I've just been watching those videos.
What are you going to hippie on me? You're going to hippie on me?
Who knows? You know, maybe my next home will be like
you're going to hippie on me.
A tiny house.
Yeah, you're going to hippie on me.
But all right, go ahead. Let's go. What's the next on the list?
The next on the list is Are We Done Yet? 2007, Ice Cube, Nia Long. Mm-hmm. It's a sequel to Are We There Yet? And then they get married and the kids come with them. And then they buy this house, which is kind of like the Money Pit, where the house things keep coming up. And are we done yet? Because he's trying to fix up this house. And Ice Cube's like, I could do this. And they get a guy come in, and it's you know, I've seen that movie once. It was a funny movie. It was okay.
It was cute.
It was okay. It was cute. Nice family size.
It was cute.
Okay, so next I'm going to go to, before I get to the one Matt wanted to do, the same concept, Poltergeist in 1982.
Poltergeist.
Where they move into a house that's built on a cemetery.
Oh, that was just the best part.
Yeah. And
that movie was scary.
I'm in line with the Eddie Murphy joke. Like, she was only 5 years old. How attached were we? I'm like, yo.
Not only was that movie scary, half the people who were in that movie had
not Craig T. Nelson and Joe Beth Williams.
Yeah,
just like everybody else.
The two stars are still alive, but they just died really kind of weird. Like Dominique Dunn, I think, was murdered by her boyfriend.
Yeah, she was murdered by her boyfriend. Heather O'Rourke she died from some disease at a very early age.
Right.
Like she was after this, she did Happy Days, and then while she was doing Happy Days, she died from some kind of disease. She played Fonzie's stepdaughter or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, on Happy Days. I don't know how long she was on there. I don't know, like did she pass away after Happy Days or not?
Shout out Steve is in the house. Steve. So Steve, we're talking moving movies this Saturday night, and the big revelation is that Kenny has not seen.
Oh, would you go? Let it go. Don't be telling. You ain't gotta tell everybody.
Let it go.
When they come in.
Let it go. But
I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Steve just got here. He needs to know that.
Well, I've never seen.
So Matt and Sophie, you guys need to stage a watch party so that Kenny can actually see Beetlejuice.
I'm sure there are other people in this world.
You know what? There was another movie that you had seen that's a pop culture classic. And that was The Goonies. Now, did you enjoy The Goonies?
Yes. But, however, I enjoyed it. However, it didn't age well.
Well, no.
Because with cell phones, those kids would have been half those problems.
All right. What's the next on your list?
Look, let's come get us. We are stuck out here. Okay. Just saying. Okay, so last but not least, still on our list, if you have some more, let us know. But Amityville Horror.
Ooh, Amityville
This
Horror.
starred the 1979 vehicle that starred Margot Kidder. A family moves to upstate New York. Get Out.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
That was Amityville Horror?
Amityville Horror was Get Out.
Get
Poltergeist was there. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There was another movie that's similar, kind of reminds me. And you can help me out in the comments because I can't remember the title. Oh, I know the title. It was a Nicole Kidman movie called The Others. Have you seen that one? Well, you don't like scary movies, so you might have.
It's not that I'm scared of them. Mm-hmm. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not scared of them. It's just that I don't know. They're just pointless to me.
Well, again, I like a good thriller, but I don't have sometimes I don't have the patience for them. But I hate for I hate for the plot to not twist enough that I'm not surprised. Like, I don't like to sit back and go, oh, I figured it out. Although there was a Harrison Ford movie with, I forgot, was it Joe Beth Williams who played his wife? Whoever his wife was, I knew she did it from one of the first scenes I saw her in. And sure enough, by the end of the movie, it was her. And I'm sitting in the theater like, I figured it out. And usually I don't figure it out. I'm a little slow. See, and
that's another one of my problems. When I see whodunits, I usually figure it out. Halfway through the movie, I got it all figured out.
Well, usually there was a time during the 90s where if it was a whodunit, then the answer was always like Kevin Spacey. It's just how it went back then.
I thought you were about to say Kevin Bacon because he's one of the guys too.
Kevin Bacon,
right, yeah,
Kevin Spacey, everything. But you know what Kevin Bacon is so good at? I think he doesn't get enough credit for comedy. Kevin Bacon in Beauty Shop had me in stitches.
Oh yeah, he was good in that.
Did
you see Kevin Bacon in the Guardians of the Galaxy special on Christmas time?
No.
He was funny in that too. Yeah. He played Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is
Bacon playing Kevin Bacon.
He's all that, and not just because he's from Philly, but he is all that. All
6
that.
degrees to Kevin Bacon.
Yep. All right, let's just check out the chat here for a second. Let's see. Me Too on Van Life. Yeah. Let's hit the road. Oh, hey, I would totally go. What?
Steve's never seen Poltergeist.
What?
Never seen Poltergeist.
Shame on you, Steve. That's a pop.
Steve, come on.
I thought you were deep in the 80s, Steve. Steve, disappoint.
Never seen Poltergeist.
Because Poltergeist definitely was.
Shame on you.
Well, it was 79, 82. Amityville Horror was 79. But Poltergeist It's like one of those, like even though I don't like scary movies, it's one of those movies, kind of like Amityville Horror, that you have to see because it's just a part of the pop culture lexicon. So that's your homework. Steve's homework is to go watch Poltergeist, and your homework is to watch I can't believe you've never seen Beetlejuice. Come on now. Oh, that's
it's not that big a deal. I'm sure there's some people who've never seen Beetlejuice.
I'm
sure there are one or two people who've never seen Beetlejuice.
Not really. Not people who would call themselves pop culture.
I know two people who've never seen Beetlejuice.
Who?
Milo and Faye.
Because they're 2 years old and 6 months.
No, they've never seen Beetlejuice. I'm not lying. They've never seen Beetlejuice.
Okay. Steve is saying that's why I love The Sixth Sense, because it had a crazy twist and very unpredictable.
Yeah,
I think by the time I saw it, there was so much hype about it that, when the twist came, and the others was like that too. It had a bit of that kind of twist.
I figured out The Sixth Sense.
You figured that one out? Really? Really? Like, okay,
I'm gonna tell you how I figure these things out so quick.
How do you figure it out?
This is how I look. I'm very analytical when it comes to certain things, and no cap. I read a lot of Batman comics, and Batman is the world's greatest detective. So I figure out these things. You have to look at everything from a perspective of a detective, and you figure out, What are you buzzing there?
Oh, I don't know what I'm buzzing.
Okay, because
I'm buzzing the wrong thing.
No. Well, don't buzz the wrong thing. But I'm saying I have a very deductive, detective mind, and I'm kind of like,
That's what I meant to buzz.
Yeah. So make fun of me if you want to, but all those years of reading Batman comic books, I've become a pretty good detective. If I can say so myself.
Okay. Well, my brother
figured it out.
The detective. Just don't say it 3 times. Okay. So Steve is going to do his homework. He's going to watch Poltergeist. You have to do your homework and watch Beetlejuice.
I don't know how we'll do
but
that.
We can't say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice. Look.
Hey.
I don't think I want to watch Beetlejuice because I don't like to follow the norm of a crowd, and everyone else has watched Beetlejuice. So I don't think I didn't watch Game of Thrones because everybody was watching Game of Thrones.
I tried to watch one episode of it, but I was just like, this is a little too intense for me.
Only thing I do that everyone else does is watch superhero movies.
Okay. Well, one thing that you guys can do that you don't have to watch anything while you're watching us now, and it doesn't cost you a dime, is to hit that like button if you're watching us on Facebook, that thumbs up if you're at Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture on YouTube, and subscribe to our channel so that we can just do the YouTube-y thing. So like, share, comment. Oh, yeah, share it. Go ahead, share it on your timeline. Share it on timeline. Who's on your timeline anyway?
I mean, it doesn't cost you a thing to share and support Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Exactly. And if you want to support us, there's a link in the description to our Buy My Coffee, and you can always buy us a cup of coffee or two. I know he doesn't drink coffee.
I drink hot chocolate.
But, buy me a hot chocolate.
And green tea.
Yes. Oh, buy me a green tea. I could do.
Green tea.
I could change it to green tea if you
want.
Green
tea with lemon?
Green tea. Okay. I love a lemon.
I do like hot chocolate with the marshmallows on top.
Okay. But also, if you are so inclined, Tuesday nights, you can find us on 101.5 Indie FM. Is that FM or Indie? Who's Got Next Radio?
Who's Got Next Radio?
And we're a part of that family now, so that's kind of exciting.
Put the link in there. And you catch us there.
I like having all this space. I'm not used to standing up for the show.
Oh boy, yeah, we're standing as well. Next week I'll be sitting, of course, because where are you going? You are okay. She woke me up at like early this morning, and we were supposed to be packing, and she's like, oh, I'm just gonna run over to the house. I'm like, you're excited. Go to your new house. Go to your new
It's
house.
very exciting.
Go to your new house. I'm gonna lay right here in bed, close my door, go to your new house. I'm like, good. And I rolled back over.
And fell asleep. So again, on this week's edition of Kathy Can Explain Pop Culture, now I'm out of breath. I should have taken a drink because I'm parched. We're talking about movies about moving. We've named quite a few, including that Feifel movie. But anyway, downsizing, Money Pit, moving. What were some of the others? If Pacific Heights, as well as Lakeshore,
Poltergeist. Are we done
Terrace.
yet?
Are there any movies that we are missing? Let us know
Toy Story
in
3,
the comments.
And I put American President because at the beginning she was moving to.
That was a stretch. I love that movie, and your mother really loves that movie. She could quote that movie.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 movies that whenever they come on, she's watching. Whether it's American Presidents, Steel Magnolias, and Carmen Jones, which, rest in peace, Harry Belafonte.
Never seen Carmen Jones.
You have never seen. I can't.
I'm gonna go over here.
I can't even.
I can't. There's a lot of people who've never seen Carmen Jones. I'm sure half of our pop culture kids have never seen Carmen Jones. So I think that should be all of our homework to go see Carmen Jones.
I've seen it.
To rent Carmen Jones and see Harry Belafonte and one of his greatest roles.
Harry Belafonte.
Belafonte.
Why do you put a T in there? Belafonte. I
always thought it was Belt.
There's no T.
Belt.
It's not belt.
It's
Belafonte.
It's Belafonte?
Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte.
You're putting an extra T in there. You don't hear that T?
Harry Belafonte.
It's not Harry Belafonte. Belafonte.
Harry. Okay. Anyway,
There's no extra
Harry
T. Harry B. Nobody
passed
called
away
Harry B.
this week. It was in the movie Carmen Jones, and that's going to be all our homework to watch Carmen Jones. And we're going to discuss next week, okay? A little bit of Carmen Jones next week. I'm not going to watch it this week, so we're not going to discuss it next. I'm too busy. I have too many things to do.
You got to watch Beetlejuice.
Look, I watch Carmen Jones before I watch Beetlejuice.
And you would enjoy Carmen Jones. Now, it's based on an opera, so there is a lot of singing. It's a musical. And you know me, I hate musicals.
I like musicals.
See, I love musicals. But if the storytelling is good, I say I hate musicals, but you know what? Probably have seen Les Mis on Broadway like 4 times.
And you loved West Side Story as a kid.
Oh gosh, I did.
Because you love Natalie Wood. So I don't want to hear it. You like musicals. I like musicals. Everyone kind of likes musicals. I wish life was a musical where you just broke out in song anywhere you went. And you go out and you know what? When I get to the airport on Wednesday to go back to Philly, I think at the airport I'm going to break out in song and dance.
You will be a flash mob of one.
I'm going to break out in song and dance at the airport and, maybe sing something like Fly Like an Eagle, to something like that, a flying song,
Don't do that.
An airplane song, No. I think when I was in Philly, I got there so early, I made friends in the Chicky and Pete's.
What's Chicky and Pete's?
You don't know nothing about Chicky and Pete's?
I don't know.
And you're originally from Philly. You know Chicky and Pete's?
I've never heard of Chicky and Pete's.
Oh, man.
Again, I haven't lived in Philly for over 30 years.
Help me out, Steve.
Well, no, actually more than 30 years.
Somebody help me out. But anyway, Chicky and Pete's is a nice little restaurant. It's a little sports restaurant. They got one next to the stadium over there. Anyway, Chicky and Pete's. They had one in the airport, and I was chilling there, and I made friends with everybody at the bar, and I could have broke out in song and dance then.
Friends with people apart. I'm sorry. I know.
I think it's okay to break out in song and dance.
I know because you do spoken word and you're a poet and the artist and everything, and the whole goatee, braided goatee is the thing. But just looking at it, I just keep thinking of that movie, Just Go With It, and Adam Sandler making fun of the guy that Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
Did you see that?
I saw that movie. I love Just Go With It. And do not make fun of my bearded goatee.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with my bearded goatee, okay? It's a very cool thing, my bearded goatee.
You got it.
It's hip, it's now, it's IE fashion. Okay? So yeah, there's nothing wrong with the bearded goatee. It's very cool actually.
I'm sorry.
It's very cool.
I'm sorry. I'm back. I'll behave. I'll be in the moment. And
You know what? Give us a look. If you're in our comments, give us a thumbs up if you like the goatee with the bearded braid. Give us a thumbs up. Give me a hearts. Steve Scooby Life, help me out here. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Encourage your brother with his little new look here that is just driving the women crazy all over Jersey.
Jersey and Philadelphia.
And all over,
Yeah, let's get you. Let's get a close up. Oh, look at you, looking good.
I always look good. I'm Kenny Walker. I'm Kenny Walker. I always look good. Come on now.
Can we do a quick room tour?
Can we do a room tour? Kirsten is on right now. Kirsten says congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Kirsten, we got a room tour. Empty room tour. Empty room tour. It's okay.
The empty room tour.
The empty room tour.
Oh, big studio lights.
Big studio lights. That's the hallway.
That's the hallway. That's
Yeah,
the door.
that's the front
That's the
door.
whole- that's the
Yeah,
whole place.
That's not the bedrooms,
It's
not
supposed
the
to be
garage.
outside.
Yeah, we got an empty room tour. And we got a patio. She's got a patio over here, which I have been very nice to go outside and pass gas.
That's TMI.
Yeah, right.
TMI to the nth degree, dude.
Everyone knows I love passing gas. So
That's your jam.
that's my jam. Passing gas is my jam. I love it. Do it all the time. I like to do it in loud places because sound drowns out smell.
Anyway, we're Kathy. We're probably gonna wrap up early.
Yeah, we're probably gonna wrap up early.
That's okay.
We're gonna wrap up early.
Unless
That's
you
all
have
right.
another movie that has to do with moving.
Steve and Kirsten, let us know what size you are because I'm coming back to Jersey and I can bring those shirts back for you put it in my bag and bring it back on the trip. I think Kirsten, you already told me what size you are. And Steve, if you want to let me know, I can bring your shirt back and meet up with you since that way Kathy doesn't have to send it.
And Aubrey, I got your address and information, so I will get your shirt out. I thought I was going to do it last week, but
She's been moving.
I've been moving.
She's been moving.
So I didn't get it done. Scooby Life, if you want to hit us up on Instagram or Facebook Messenger and just let us know your size and the mailing address that we could send you a shirt. Because again, I didn't want to have to move that big box of shirts, and we wanted to get rid of some of the shirts, no cost, just because you guys come Saturday nights, you hang out with us, that we want to hang out and show our appreciation to you. So there is a PO box as well as the email address that you can email Pop Culture Kids. I think it's popculture@kathyandkenny.com, popculture@kathyandkenny.com, and let us know your size and where to send a shirt, and we'll send you. Neither one of us are wearing our Pop Culture shirt.
What is that Matt saying? He's got a message for you there.
Kathy, I am going to grab that bearded braid next time Kenny gets too salty with Sophie. Just saying. Thank you, my brother. And you know what? If you got scissors in your hand,
No,
by accident,
Matt's not going to cut my beard. He knows better. He is not cutting my beard.
if it just so happens that snip, snip, okay, we will take care of you, Steve, and we'll get those shirts out to you. Again, our way of giving back and saying thank you to the guys who come in and support us on Saturday night as we talk all things pop culture. What are we talking about next week? Same thing we talk about every week. You ever watch? Okay.
Yeah, Pinky in the Brain.
Pinky
in the Brain. Pinky in the Brain.
Okay.
Pinky in the Brain.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a little parched myself. I need something to drink.
I know.
But no. Next week, I have no idea what we're talking about, but we will know tomorrow.
Oh, we have something from my realtor, so there you go.
What's that?
We can crack it open. It's a Moscato. Oh, you don't like Moscato?
I like Moscato.
Okay. Well, maybe we won't open this just yet.
I like Moscato.
Might wait till when did your plane leave?
Wow, is that how we doing it? Wow, that's deep.
That's how we're living in this age.
That's how we're living down south. That's how we do. Okay.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, bless my heart.
Because we're down south.
This has been Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, where they don't share their wine down south. Don't come down south. They don't share their wine.
Well, you know what? After we move in, because technically the movers won't be here till Monday. So when we move in and there's actually furniture and glasses, because right now I don't have any glasses. And this isn't like, an episode of like Cooley High. We're not going to be sitting around giving.
This is what the brothers ain't here.
For the brothers ain't here.
They go out back and pour some for the brothers ain't here. Make a little fire, a little tan, a little fire. This is what the brothers ain't here.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Pass.
But not so hard to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. And thank you for watching the replays. I know it was hard for people to get up at 6 a.m. with us for the weekdays in the month of April.
We're not doing that again.
We did 6 pop culture hits at 6.
At 6 a.m.
And
I didn't make every 6 o'clock in the morning.
No, and we did miss the last one, but Kenny was flying down here, and again with the whole move.
Yeah, with the whole move.
But in any case, we might do another challenge, maybe later on in the summer.
Yeah, maybe later on in the summer we'll do another challenge.
We'll do another.
You know what? Think of a challenge for us to do, and we will do that challenge if it's within reason. Like, if the challenge is you want me to do every show shirtless because you want to see the abs, I can do that. I would do that. If they want to see like what I'm working with, I can oblige, especially our female pop culture kids. That didn't come out right. But still,
that's just all kinds of scary. Next week, what are we talking about next week?
I'm not sure what we're talking about next week.
Same thing we do every day. Okay, so we will be back next week. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
If you missed the beginning, catch us Tuesday on ND 101.5. Who Got Next Radio. Thank you very much for listening in. God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
We will see you later. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Why are we still live?